He is live in the newsroom now with what a civil engineer is telling us about how this scene plays out and what comes next. Evan.
Isn't that what we all want to know? Unfortunately, Kristen, Craig, what they have to is find that person who is unaccounted for. I've been on the phone with Turner Construction representatives off and on for the last 90 minutes or so. They are calling this a recovery effort tonight. We've seen the lights be brought up and now turned on. We have seen dogs being brought up, and now we see that urban search and rescue team up there. I also want to give you an update here in the last 10-15 minutes. 3CDC, who's the developer of this property, is clarifying where this collapse happened. And this may sound silly and minor, but it is important for us to get these details right. Details matter. This happened, according to 3CDC, on the 7th floor of what would be the parking garage. What would be the top floor of that garage, collapsing onto the 6th floor of the garage. Take a look at these pictures 3CDC put up just a couple of days ago. That gives you a sense, when we put them together, of the scale of this, how big this collapse is. Look at this one from the air there. We talked to UC Civil Engineering Department Head Richard Miller a while back. He says wet concrete is way heavier than you could expect. We're talking about 150 pounds per cubic feet or more, and it needs a lot of support. That's what you're seeing in that video there, everything holding that up. A collapse could happen even if just one support isn't strong enough to hold it. What comes next, once they clear this building, they find who they're looking for, and they figure out if it's structurally sound, is an investigation that will help future construction.
You know, they will go in and they will do an investigation, and that investigation will be made available to people so that all of us as engineers know what happened, so that we can watch for that in the future. And then what will happen is they will have to go in and clean up the damage there. They'll have to check and make sure that anything that's been damaged is removed, and then they'll go back to building the building.
A lot of contractors, subcontractors on this scene this afternoon. We just talked to Turner Construction. Baker Concrete confirming it was a subcontractor here and telling us it is too early to know exactly what happened still. Obviously, the attention is getting that person out, hopefully alive tonight. Take a look. This is what this building ultimately is expected to look like. It's a long-awaited development. We're talking 22,000 square feet of retail, more than 500 parking spots, and more than 250 apartments in a 17-story building. And as Dan mentioned and alluded to not long ago, police are calling this a longer-term incident, saying they may expect to be here overnight, if not longer. It's something we have to keep watching. Obviously, any investigation, what you just heard Professor Miller talk about, can't start until they get that missing contract worker out and clear that building, Craig.